This episode of Weekly Weird News is sponsored by Stitch Fix and by Vroom Vroom Manscaped.
Oh, this being Halloween week, this week's Weekly Weird News is overflowing with weird. I've got a lot of stories to cover today, so let's just start with one for the parents in the audience.
Tell the kids to go to bed.
Well, you know how for decades you've been told by paranoid weirdos that you gotta carefully inspect your kids' Halloween candy because there's sickos out there handing out candy with razor blades hidden inside, or maybe even drugs.
I've got too many drugs. I need to get rid of them.
And you know how you've just laughed at those stupid people for being dumb enough to fall for an obvious urban legend with no factual basis? Well, guess what? It's 2019 and urban legends are real now because it's looking like multiple people across the country decided that this is the year they were going to actually start doing all of those things for real.
They drank Diet Coke and Pop Rocks at the same time and exploded? Now, first off, over in Waterbury, Connecticut, a guy was arrested after multiple neighbors found razor blades in their kids' trick-or-treat candy, and police traced it back to his house. The cops say they inspected the candy he was handing out and indeed found razors, and that also a 3-year-old living in his house was in possession of candy with razor blades in it. They say he initially tried to explain himself by saying he'd accidentally spilled a bunch of razors into the candy bowl, you do. But then he changed his story to say someone else in the home had obviously done it.
It's probably that stupid 3-year-old fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I gave him a bunch of razors to play with so that he wouldn't be bothering me while I hand out candy. And what does he go and do? He spills the razors in the bowl of candy.
I was teaching him how to shave. Never too young to learn.
Never too young.
He'd also tried to clean all those pesky razor blades out of the candy bowl, but somehow accidentally missed a few and apparently just said, well, I've done a good enough job.
Yeah.
Let's take this to the neighborhood.
You know, even the government allows, a certain amount of rat turds in your food.
Yeah.
If there's 1 or 2 razors left in there, I've done my due diligence.
That's fate, baby.
Yeah, I got candy to give out.
So this is clearly all a misunderstanding, as evidenced by his assertion to police that if he had actually wanted to hurt children, he wouldn't have used razor blades, but would have instead injected all of his candy with drugs.
Officer, you don't understand.
Yeah.
If I was really the psycho you're accusing me of,
yeah,
I would find a much more efficient way to murder all these kids.
Just don't open my closet and find all of my hypodermic needles and Drano. Don't look in there.
I'm saving those for next year, not for Halloween, for something else.
I want to kill myself.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot more questions that need to be answered with that story. But also in Connecticut, an hour away in Waterford, because every city in Connecticut's got water in it, police say that 2 young trick-or-treaters found THC gummy candy in their trick-or-treat haul.
But why?
Yeah, and not just individually wrapped gummies. Both kids apparently received full packages of 10 100-milligram gummies, which are not cheap. No. Believe me, I know. We're talking like $20 a bag on the low end.
Yes. This is better than full candy bars.
Yeah. This is exactly the reason that people have always laughed off the idea that anyone would ever hand out drugs to kids. Drugs are expensive. Why am I wasting my drug money on children?
Well, these parents didn't talk to their kids because I remember when I was really young, I did get the talk, and my dad said, if someone hands you a piece of paper with a goofy drawing on it, don't lick it.
Give it to your dad.
I think my dad was high on LSD when he told me that, too. He's having a bad trip.
Don't do it. Trust me, I'm going through it right now.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe you exist.
Why would I do acid on Halloween? That was a very bad idea. A lot of scary things going on outside.
No.
So yeah, as of when we're filming this, the police haven't figured out the source of these free THC gummies, but a doctor that local news station WFSB spoke to literally said the same thing as everyone else. Highly unlikely someone is going to be doing that on purpose because it's expensive.
Wait, how old were the kids that found it?
They said underage. I don't know.
Underage could be under
minors.
18.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This is an excuse. This is an excuse.
That's why this doesn't, pending more information, I'm suspicious of a lot of these things.
Mom, out of an abundance of caution and me wanting to be upfront with you and truthful to you, I have to let you know that I have inadvertently come in possession of some marijuana gummies.
But why would they tell their mom?
No, but here's the thing. Since I'm honest, can I please keep them and enjoy them?
I think it was even dumber than that, probably. I think these kids got...
They probably got caught.
Yeah, they had them in their room somewhere. Somehow, they came home from trick-or-treating, they poured out their candy, their mom comes into the room, they're fucking teenagers, so they're dumb, they probably left the THC gummy just on the nightstand or something. She's like, what the hell is this? THC gummies in my house? And they're like, oh, weird, that must have... Oh my gosh, that was in the trick-or-treat candy.
Who would do such a thing?
All I ordered was an Xbox card.
It was weird. I remember that.
That's such a good video. The video that I don't know what the search term you would look up for, but it's like kid's mom finds his bong. Such a good video.
Yeah. He claims that he ordered an Xbox refill card or something like that.
But he keeps changing even like what he calls it. It's a classic.
Anyways, I'd be suspicious about this whole thing.
Yeah, there's more to the story.
So avoid Connecticut, I guess, unless you want to get high, but be careful. Meanwhile, over in Ohio, the Florida of the North, you've got even more razor blades in Halloween candy. What in the hell is going on? What? How all of a sudden is this now a real fucking thing to worry about?
I don't know. I'm very weirded out by this.
Yeah, police in Coleraine Township, just outside Cincinnati, say 2 families who went trick-or-treating together got home and found razor blades inserted into some Reese's peanut butter cups. One parent even cut themselves while fanning out all the candy to inspect it. As with the THC candy, police aren't sure who did it. And in this case, they say the area they'd have to investigate is so big that they can't actually go door to door to investigate, and they're just gonna have to wait till some leads pop up.
So it looks like the razor blade bandit, he's probably gonna get away with it.
I guess.
And he's probably gonna do it again next year.
They're gonna have to go to all the hardware stores and hit up Amazon and see who was ordering a bunch of razor blades.
Yeah.
I need a lot of razor blades real quick.
This is, like, my parents were never like the kind that believed any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would take home my big bag of candy. There was none of their concern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, if anyone had put a razor blade in one of my Halloween candies, I would have bitten down on it, maybe swallowed it, and I would have bled out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, these parents are paranoid weirdos, but also they saved their kids' lives, so that's cool, I guess.
What you gotta do is be ultra observant and check the candy at every single house.
Yeah. Let me see what you just put in that bag.
Identify the perpetrator.
Yeah, that's the thing. The system we use now, I was doing this last night, I'm just dropping the candy into the kid's bag for them. I could be dropping anything in there. You wouldn't know what it was because it's just mixed in with the rest of it now.
Well, did the kids enjoy your THC gummies?
I hope so. And they'll never know it was me.
Scot-free.
It only cost me a few $100, but boy, are my neighborhood's children all fucking high as shit.
Yeah, they really quiet down after you get them high on the THC.
The best kind of pranks are the ones where you don't get to see the results of them.
Yeah, you just assume everything went well.
Ha, well, that's funny.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna get away with it.
Apparently.
That's fine. And then down in Alabama, someone apparently found a needle lodged inside of a Tootsie Roll. And meanwhile, over in New Jersey, a kid found what turned out to be a bag of fucking heroin in his Halloween candy.
Jesus Christ.
It came in a paper wrapper with a Deadpool stamp on the outside.
Don't lick it.
And things could have ended pretty badly here because this kid has autism and loves superheroes, so... Yeah. But again...
it's Deadpool's favorite powder.
Yeah. As with all these instances, none of this makes any sense.
No.
But it's also it's the only information we really know at this point. Like, I don't see why anyone would, on purpose, put heroin in a child's trick-or-treat bag.
I mean, there are crazy people out there. But
like heroin?
It's just so weird. It doesn't make any sense.
That's like, of all the things, it's real weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Halloween candy, urban legends that we've all laughed at for years. Your idiot aunts and uncle, they post it on Facebook and you send them the Snopes link and you're like, ha ha, I know and they don't. What a bunch of idiots. Well, guess what? We're the idiots now because the urban legend has come true this year, at least east of the Mississippi, which is interesting. And that's just the thing we all now have to hear about every year for the rest of our lives because this is every fucking local news station who struggles every day to find enough content to fill up the hours that they have to fill.
It's the newscasters that are behind it.
You know? It's like firefighters setting fires.
Yeah.
The newscasters setting news fires.
Yes.
By putting razor blades and heroin in people's trick-or-treat bags.
And telling everyone that people are going to get shot at the Joker.
Well, speaking of the Joker, we're going to get to the Joker, but...
I saw a Joker, the new Joker, full outfit and everything, waiting for the bus last night. It was very cool.
We do live in a society.
he was heading to society.
He's just standing there living in a society.
Mm-hmm. Just living in it. In other Halloween news, lots of folks, of course, like to decorate their property for the holidays with spooky decorations like skeletons and cobwebs and whatnot. For one family over in New Hampshire, though, that also includes decorating their dead son's burial plot with a fake skeleton half buried in the ground and making it appear as though it's rising from the dead. We're a fun family.
This is a fun cemetery.
Also, the skeleton is wearing a cowboy hat.
The kid loved the rodeo. He actually died at the rodeo.
Oh, Christ. Now, at first glance, this seems to be in poor taste, and also possibly at second glance, it seems to be in poor taste. But the parents insist that their late son had a great sense of humor and would have been really into it. So, like I said, we're a fun family.
He would have gotten a real kick out of this.
Yes.
The way it's not grave desecration if there would have been into
It's grave celebration.
Yeah. According to the mother, quote, "He's not here with us anymore, but his humor was big, and it can live beyond the grave, and it could brighten people's lives, just kind of walking by and seeing and chuckling." Cole would have loved that.
I don't know if people were chuckling.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to go visit my grandma's grave,
Oh, Christ!
Lost her too soon. All right, very somber mood. Okay.
That's a bit weird.
All right. Yeah, kind of. Okay.
A little bit odd.
Yeah, unfortunately, the cemetery, they didn't see things that way, and they instead saw this as inappropriate for a place where lots of people visit their dead loved ones. And so they removed the display. Then the family put it back, and the cemetery removed it again.
That's it. We're digging up your son. He can't stay here anymore.
And then the family put it back a third time.
Jesus.
And the cemetery again removed it, each time neglecting to even notify the family.
Oh, it was just pranksters removing all of their cool decorations.
Yeah, they probably did.
There's a snake in my bones.
And for the family's part, they do say that it's a small town, and they say they've asked the families of the nearby dead people if it's cool with them, and they say that they all gave the okay.
Whatever, get off my property.
Is it cool if we desecrate our son's grave for funsies?
I think this is fine.
Bring some Halloween cheer to the mourners.
I think that overall this is fine.
I think it's fine, but it is very strange.
It's just a little bit weird, but it's fine. It's fine. People mourn in different ways.
Yeah, I do. I like how the family doesn't seem to have any understanding of why anyone could possibly find this a bit off-putting.
You know what? Fuck them. This is about their mourning and not anyone else's.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Of all the places that should really be, going full in for Halloween, I feel like cemeteries should be it.
And we
go to fucking concerts and movie screenings at our big cemetery here in LA, and I don't see Mel Blanc's family complaining about it.
Yeah. And you know what? Cemeteries should be a lot more fun.
They should be.
Too sad.
Too sad. Yeah. But these cemetery owners, they seem to think that a place full of dead bodies is supposed to be somber or some shit. Boo. I thought this was America.
Yeah, meanwhile, Ronald Reagan's burning alive in his grave on the hills up there.
Yeah, he's cooking like a lechon buried underground.
Yeah, they were saying on the news that they were going to, exhume the body because of the fires.
I saw that.
He's in the safest place from the fires.
Yeah, the fire can't burn underground.
No. It might heat him up a bit, but...
I think they might have been worried that if the fire was too bad, they wouldn't be able to find where it was.
You just stick a giant metal rod right there.
Yeah, I mean, how hard could it be? But
I don't think very hard.
I think Reagan would have wanted it that way.
I mean, we live in 2019. Just set a GPS coordinate for the gravesite.
Yeah.
He's fine. Well, he's not fine, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, though, Halloween isn't just an American holiday at this point. It has managed to infect the rest of the world in ways that American culture always seems to do. For one specific Canadian man, Halloween was always just a great opportunity to dress up in fun, extravagant costumes. But unfortunately, this Halloween, for the first time possibly ever, he chose not to dress up. That man, of course, is recently re-elected Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, whose various costumes over the years were recently found to also include multiple instances of blackface.
Just an alarmingly high number of blackfaces.
Or brown face, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Maybe not dressing up this year was a good call, just to be safe.
This Halloween, I'm going to be myself. The Prime Minister of Canada.
Yes. It did have to be kind of difficult for him. The guy clearly loves playing dress up and probably would have just become an actor or something if politics wasn't the family business. So, it had to hurt a little bit, spending all of Halloween without access to shoe polish.
Yeah, his wife probably caught him going for the shoe polish a bunch of times during Halloween. He's like, come on, just one dab.
If he just admitted that he's Fidel Castro's son, he could have played this off.
Hey, it could have really pivoted from it.
Yeah. Actually, I am Fidel Castro's son.
I'm sticking with my theory that he was actually born with a weird, reverse vitiligo disease where his skin color actually is black.
Yeah, he gets darker over time.
And the Justin Trudeau that we've seen all this time is actually him wearing the white shoe polish that he puts on every day before he goes to work.
Yes, obviously.
So the times he was caught in blackface, those were actually just the few times he's been out in his actual skin.
Finally, I can be myself.
Yeah. In other international Halloween news, this shouldn't be the least bit surprising, but apparently the Russian government are not big fans of Halloween. Now, this has been going on for a while now, with politicians and religious leaders trying for years now to get the holiday officially banned on the grounds that it's anti-Russian and anti-Christian, and therefore a bad influence on children. This year, in the days leading up to Halloween, lawmaker Vitaly Milanov...
Oh, is that the guy who does the pranks?
No, he's even worse. He said at a press conference, "Today in Russia, there is no church that would authorize this holiday and allow it to be celebrated. Any attempt by any stupid teacher to celebrate Halloween at school is nothing more than a gross violation of federal law."
Wow.
He also linked the celebration of Halloween to the activities of dangerous cult organizations, so they're getting their satanic panic over there a few years too late. He also urged parents across Russia to basically snitch on schools that celebrate Halloween by calling a special hotline to report them.
Yeah.
Just a real killjoy of a country.
This is all pretty routine for Russia, but this year, Halloween is an especially hot-button issue thanks to the release of Joker, which the Russian Orthodox Church really not fans of.
No.
In a statement to one diocese website, they wrote, "In 2019, another additional and important destructive factor may intervene in the celebration of Halloween. It is associated with the release of the American movie Joker on the screens of Russian cinemas. In American culture, largely shaped under the influence of Hollywood cinema, the Joker figure symbolizes personal protest, rebellion against the realities of a bourgeoisie society. We are witnessing a synthesis of destructive religious action with Orangism, a protest movement formally aimed at eliminating the existing social injustice, but in reality striving to destabilize, destroy Russian statehood, and destructively affect our spiritual identity." Damn, this movie was better than I thought.
Yeah. I didn't much care for the movie, but,
the apparent message there.
The discourse around it, both here in America and apparently worldwide, it's making me come around.
Yeah.
And they're not entirely off base, actually, with that insane statement up there. I mean, protesters in Hong Kong, Chile, and Lebanon so far have been seen in Joker makeup, specifically based off the Joaquin Phoenix version of the character. And those are just a few of the kind of crazy amount of mass protests happening around the world right now. I would not be surprising at all if Joker makeup basically becomes the new Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah, it's a bit more difficult. You just throw the Guy Fawkes mask on. You gotta paint yourself and make it look somewhat decent.
You gotta be committed to the cause.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and also, if you've seen the Joker movie, I'm assuming you have, it does make sense that this is happening.
Yeah.
Although,
we need to find the people that did that study about Juggalo makeup and facial recognition and see if the Joker makeup also passes that test.
Well, that's the thing.
Because it could actually be a useful tool.
That might be a big reason they're doing it. Mm-hmm. Although I'd prefer that everyone dressed as Juggalos at these protests instead of as the Joker. That would be a real win for
Juggalo Nation.
Our Fago boys.
Yeah.
If you're running a notoriously repressive country and you're starting to sweat a little bit right now, seeing all the other countries that are experiencing mass protests, yes, banning Halloween and by extension the Joker, it does make some sense strategically.
Sure. But enough Halloween. Halloween is now banned from being talked about further on this episode.
Get rid of it.
Until next year, I guess. While we're out here banning holidays, though, let's just go ahead and ban another type of celebration. Gender reveal parties. We've talked about gender reveal parties and how they're terrible a bit before. A little over a year ago, it came out that a 47,000-acre wildfire in Arizona was caused by a gender reveal party which involved the dad-to-be firing a gun at some explosive tannerite with blue powder added to it.
It's a boy.
Who knew that setting off explosives during dry season in a field full of flammable plants could lead to such an outcome? I don't know.
You hate to see it.
A few months ago, we told you about a gender reveal party over in Australia where the method used was putting a car into a burnout with colored tires, which caused the car to erupt in flames.
Again, it was a boy. I think these dads, they get too excited about having sons.
Yeah.
They're like, I need to reveal my boy in the most manly, destructive way possible.
We're having a girl. I don't care. Do whatever.
Yeah,
you and your friends, you figure out the joke. Oh, wait, we're having a boy? Let's blow some shit up.
Yeah. I'm going to go cut down a fucking redwood tree, and when you see the rings on the inside, they're going to be blue.
Yeah.
Look, check it out. So that was just kid stuff. The fires, the explosions, whatever. Yeah. Because a gender reveal stunt has, it's finally killed someone.
Yeah.
According to a press release from local authorities in Knoxville, Iowa, Here's how one local family's gender reveal was set up. Quote, the family placed gunpowder in the bottom of a homemade stand that was welded to a metal plate. A hole had been drilled in the side for a fuse. A piece of wood was placed on top of the gunpowder, and colored powder was placed on top of the board. Tape was then wrapped over the top of the metal tubing, inadvertently creating a pipe bomb.
Yeah, that just sounds like they were making a pipe bomb.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, while the family's intent was to have the gunpowder shoot out of the top of their inadvertent pipe bomb, it instead did what pipe bombs do and turned the enclosure it was in into shrapnel. Now, a large piece of that shrapnel hit a 56-year-old woman standing 45 feet away in the head, and it killed her instantly. The victim was there to celebrate the gender reveal of her upcoming grandchild.
So this kid who hasn't even come into the world yet, whether it's a boy or a girl, we don't know, is going to grow up and someday find out that their grandma died at a party in their honor. Might fuck with their head a little bit. Yeah. Of course, the kid will also probably hear two conflicting versions of the story from each of their parents, who will almost certainly not be together anymore on account of the mom's mom getting killed by a stunt that was definitely the dad's idea. Yeah. I just don't have high hopes for this marriage, given the circumstances. Mm-hmm. It's just terrible shit all around. So hopefully this is the gender reveal disaster that finally gets people to chill the fuck out. And, I don't know, just throw a goddamn barbecue or something instead of setting off deadly explosives.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. It's really dumb.
Yes.
When did people fucking got the idea? Bombs. You know, we can all make bombs.
How do we bring this to the next level?
Let's make some fucking bombs.
Well, you watch this show, so hopefully you won't do that. Because we taught you a lesson. Mm-hmm. Now, in other Darwin Award news, here's another story that definitely requires more detail because it's pretty insane based off of what little info we have. A woman in Indiana was found dead this week, having apparently been strangled by an 8-foot python. But this was no ordinary case of a pet turning against its owner. The house this happened in is home to around 140 snakes, according to news reports. 20 snakes actually belonged to the victim, so not sure where the others came from. The house was apparently being used specifically as a reptile house for multiple reptile owners, and apparently that's a thing people do.
We all chip in on the house, and we can all store our reptiles at this reptile house.
Mm-hmm. What could go wrong?
Not a weird idea at all.
Oh, and also a big reason why information on this case is so vague might be because the house itself is owned by the sheriff of Benton County, where this happened.
Why does the sheriff own a reptile house?
Because if you were just looking at the electrical bills alone, you would assume that it was a house growing lots of marijuana inside of it.
There's a lot of heat lamps.
Yeah. Luckily, the state police are the ones investigating instead of the local sheriff. But yeah, a lot of questions. A lot of questions about this one.
Every detail of this just opens up more questions that I have about the reptile house that killed this one woman.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we get those answered at some point. But in other reptile news, non-fatal, a guy over in China got bit on the finger by a snake recently, and he took the proactive measure of quickly cutting off his own finger to stop the venom from spreading. Mm-hmm. Very brave, very badass of him. Mm-hmm. Better safe than sorry, too, especially when this specific venom, supposedly it can kill within seconds. You just got to go for it. Mm-hmm. Except, when he finally got to the doctor, he was told that what he had done was almost certainly unnecessary. And he'd have probably been perfectly fine if he'd just gotten to a doctor within 6 hours of the bite. The doctor said that they also could have probably reattached the finger if he'd brought it with him, but he didn't. So now he's got no index finger.
Ew, get that diseased finger away from me. Why would I bring it in? It's got venom in it.
It's my venom finger. Throw it in the blender. Yes, good. Grind it up. But better safe than sorry, I guess.
True.
He's got a good story now. How'd you lose your finger?
Fucking chopped it off.
Chopped it off to stop the venom from going to my heart. Had to do it in seconds. Had to really man up and cut my own finger off. It was crazy.
Not easy to do either.
But also I didn't have to do it. It's
no. You leave that part out.
Yeah.
Gotta leave that part out.
Well, that's how the myth of the venom just keeps perpetuating.
Yeah.
In this area of China, everyone thinks it's like the deadliest snake, and the doctor's like, no, I mean it's like
it's bad.
Not good if you get bit, but you don't
gotta go chopping his finger off.
Just go to the ER. It's fine.
Would he have chopped like his ass off if he got bit in the ass?
Probably.
At least it was just a finger.
Yeah. What if it was his dick?
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Getting the old poison out, as they say.
Luckily, I can suck my own dick. So he's at the bar telling the story. Now, luckily, I can suck my own dick. So I just sucked the shit out of that dick, and here I am today.
Yeah.
A man alive.
A skill they told me would be useless for survival. Well, guess what? I didn't get those ribs removed for nothing.
Yeah.
I sucked the goddamn poison out to completion.
Yeah. Anyways, in a final bit of animal news that actually has a happy ending, here's a 3-month-old Shiba Inu dog, Doge, named Coco, who was in the news this week because she ran out of her owner's yard into traffic, got hit by a car and lodged in the car's grill, and then took a ride for 45 minutes before the driver realized there was a live dog trapped under his hood, sitting on the inside of the bumper. I thought this was a fun story, Elliot.
I mean, the picture's pretty funny.
Animal control had to then come and somehow pry the Doge from this car. But here's the happy news. Despite the insane circumstances, Coco managed to trot away with just a broken elbow. And then this Chinese dude came up and chopped its fucking arm off.
Yeah.
And then sucked its dick.
Snake bite? Did someone say snake? No, no. Got hit by a Shelby Cobra Mustang. It has the snake on it, but it's not a real snake.
So here I was. This dog got bit by a snake. Everyone's screaming at me. I cut its fucking leg off.
So I sucked the dog's dick.
Get this man a beer.
We need to get that poison out through the path of least resistance, the urethra. Boys?
No, the dog, listen, this is a good story. The dog lived.
The dog lived. It does have a $4,000 vet bill, which I can relate to. Veterinary costs for like surgery, alarmingly expensive.
No.
But if you don't do it, you're going to feel like a real piece of shit for the rest of your life. So you just bite your lip.
Your dog's doing better now, right?
Yeah.
Good. Better? Good, better?
He got x-rayed and there's no cancer in his body.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, for now, still alive.
That's good.
Still a complete fucking asshole. Complete ingrate.
Yeah.
No gratefulness.
Didn't even know what you did for it.
No. Still just mad that he has one less leg.
Yeah.
It's like, why'd you cut my leg off? I should have just sucked my own dick. I do it all the time. I'm a dog.
You literally cut that fucking dog's leg off.
Yeah.
But it helped this one. This one, it did help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, before we get into the headlines half of the show with even more weird news, it's time for some ad reads from this week's sponsors, starting with Stitch Fix. Personal style is like a fingerprint. Everyone has their own. Whatever your style, the expert stylists at Stitch Fix are ready to help you express yourself. Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that delivers your favorite clothing brands right to your door. To get started, go to stitchfix.com/weird, answer some questions about your preferred style, and your personal shopper will ship you a box of clothes, shoes, and accessories.
There is no commitment required, and you only pay for what you keep. Shipping, exchanges, and returns are always free. Plus, the $20 styling fee is automatically applied towards anything you keep from your box. You'll never have to worry about looking good again with Stitch Fix. Fall is here. You need some new clothes.
Yeah, it's starting to get cool.
Well, in a lot of places, it's fucking freezing already. Anyways, get started today at stitchfix.com/weird and get an extra 25% off when you keep everything in your box. That is stitchfix.com/weird.
And this episode is sponsored by Manscaped.
Manscaped apparently loves our channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Manscaped.
Manscaped is the #1 company in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. They are forever changing the grooming game with their Perfect Package 2.0, the solution to all your previous manscaping accidents. Inside the Perfect Package, you'll find their electric trimmer called Lawnmower 2.0. This waterproof and skin-safe technology will protect you from nicking your pumpkins or your gourd, your sweet potatoes, whatever you want to call them, your snowballs,
your turkey gobbler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also create less mess by trimming in the shower.
I don't know why I grabbed my own balls when I said turkey gobbler, but hey, it adds to the ad read.
Too bad we don't have a B-roll camera, a second camera.
It's just down here tugging on them anytime I talk about Manscaped.
Because they can't see it.
Yeah, they're just perfectly smooth. Yeah.
These balls are like eggs.
Anyways, how could you forget about Manscaped's Crop Preserver? It's an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Put deodorant in and around your balls. The Perfect Package 2.0 also includes anti-chafing performance boxer briefs that keep your package cool and smelling fresh all day. It's time to get clean with the Perfect Package 2.0. Gamers, rinse up. For you, our viewers, Manscaped is giving you 20% off plus free shipping when you head to manscaped.com and enter the promo code WEIRD at checkout. Nobody wants a haunted cellar. Clear the cobwebs with Manscaped by going to manscaped.com and using our promo code WEIRD at checkout for 20% off plus free shipping.
So let's look at some weird headlines, starting with phone sex line number printed as suicide hotline on middle school student ID cards.
Did everything turn out great? Because that's what I feel like I'm getting from this headline.
I mean, it doesn't sound like anyone killed themselves. They might have stopped killing themselves. They're like, "Hi, I'm feeling real down in the dumps. This is I was told to call this number
Give me
like
your big cock."
I'm having some real negative self-destructive thoughts."
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, baby.
Tell me more.
Give me those credit card details, and we can.
Well, yeah. So the problem is when they get the bill, but in the meantime, like, there's nothing like a great confidence boost from a potentially sexy person on the other line of a phone telling you how great you are and how much they want you.
Yeah, that's true. Seems like it all worked out. I don't know how this happened.
So if no one killed themselves, problem solved.
Well, I think they'd prefer to have a real suicide hotline.
Oh, of course.
On the cards.
Maybe have both.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
Suicide hotline, phone sex hotline.
Yeah.
You know, just in case.
It's up to you.
Important numbers to keep.
What? This was middle school, so this is like, I mean, they're potentially could have gotten some free sexual education as well.
Yeah.
No more awkward conversations
until
with
your
the parents
are like, what?
Boing, boing, boing.
Who made a phone call that cost $100? What?
Well, Dad, it kept me
Dad,
from killing myself.
I was going to kill myself. Calm down.
All right, well, fine.
Do you love your son or not?
Keep it. You're young. You can keep it to 10 minutes or less. There are rules in my house. All right. Well, next headline. Minnesota runner with Jesus Saves bib saved by nurse named Jesus after collapsing during race. Divine intervention.
More like Jesus.
Yeah. Divine intervention still.
Yeah. Jesus saves, the official slogan of Christianity. It should have a little accento over the U.
Sure.
Because that's, I mean, clearly more accurate.
Yes.
In this case.
It's like when in The Passion of the Christ, Jim Caviezel, JC, got struck by lightning. Divine intervention.
Yeah.
But that
God really didn't want them making that movie.
He was punishing Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Mel, you fucking racist, anti-Semite, drunk asshole.
I'm Jewish.
You think this movie's gonna get you into heaven?
Nope. But he missed.
Yeah.
Sometimes God isn't perfect.
He missed, and then Mel Gibson got nominated for an Academy Award for Brokeback Ridge or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah, whatever.
The one, the war movie?
Yeah, he saved all the people.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge starring Spider-Man.
No, starring Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Saving people like that? Looking like a man. Anyways, this is a great story. It's,
Yeah, good for them.
Just odd.
Good for them. Rudy Giuliani needed Apple Genius to help unlock his iPhone after being named Trump's cybersecurity advisor.
Yeah, well, as I said, have you seen his fucking text messages when he holds them up? The man can't see. He's blind as a bat.
Like, yeah.
That is unfair to bats,
I'm
actually.
sure there's someone his age who knows their way around the cyber.
Yeah.
A little better than him. Probably a lot, actually. He might be the worst choice for any cybersecurity position that they could have possibly picked.
Yes.
Because, like, this is all part of some, like, FBI, like, I think it's either part of the current whistleblower report or, like, some other internal investigation where they're like, yeah, he probably had a bunch of, like, really secret shit on that fucking phone.
He just hands it over to, like, an Apple rep.
Took it to the Apple store? Like, we have an IT department.
Yeah, and it's not like he's just, like, some random congressman or senator or whatever, where the Apple employee might not even know who he is.
Presidential advisor.
Yeah.
And he's like
the mayor of 9/11.
Yeah, he's the 9/11 mayor who everyone inexplicably loved up until like a year ago because like, well, you know, he was there on 9/11.
Yeah. But now
he was there.
How old is he?
He's like 79.
He looks like shit. It looks like his body is shrinking, but obviously everything inside of it is staying the same size. So it looks like it's getting pushed out. Like he's always shriveled up and his like horse teeth are just like chattering all loosely inside of his flappy gums.
The Giuliani family tree is
well, when you fuck your cousin,
got some branches that
when you fuck your cousin.
Yeah, I don't think that's an isolated incident.
He married his cousin.
Yeah.
And also can't operate a fucking iPhone. So.
Oh yeah, he also he butt dialed some NBC reporters like
I need money
last week. What
I need like a couple
idiot.
$100,000.
Yeah, he's
fucking moron.
He's very dumb.
Yeah.
I love that he is the president's most trusted advisor.
Top legal minds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Police owe nothing to man whose home they blew up, appeals court says.
Yeah, this is like
this is in Colorado?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like the police are very, some would say overly militarized these days.
Yeah.
You know, treating simple cases that could be de-escalated and as war zones, essentially. This is like you couldn't make up a story this crazy to like, make that point.
Yeah.
It's literally a guy, like, he stole like a belt and some fucking socks from Target or some shit, like less than $20 worth of shit. Got, they spotted him, so he ran away. Police started chasing him. He ran into just some random person's house and holed up in there for like 18 hours. And it turned into like this fucking SWAT operation. The entire force is out. They're all wearing like armor. They got their shields.
Well, they're just excited to use it.
Yeah, and they fucking like they treated it like Osama bin Laden was in that house. The place was completely fucking destroyed. The city had to. They literally they condemned the property.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. They're like, you cannot live here. It's unsafe.
Well, did the guy survive?
Yeah, but like it's like this family.
Yeah, not that he deserved it at all, but
well, they were trying to like I don't know what they were trying to do. Like they weren't trying to kill him.
Just trying to scare him out.
I don't know.
It's strange, but I will say, not that he deserved it. This is above and beyond any kind of rational thought on taking in a criminal. But if it was Target, the Target security is fucking insane.
Oh yeah,
they will literally.
They're basically the CIA.
If they sent cops after him, it's because they wait and they have like facial recognition and shit. They wait until thieves steal enough to where it's grand theft, and then they go after them.
It's clever. Still, though.
Yeah. I mean, no, completely ridiculous. And also ridiculous that the city that he lives in is just like, well.
All right, well, see ya.
You're on your own. But hey, one less criminal off the streets.
Yeah. And, I mean, it sounds like he had homeowners insurance that covered a good amount of it.
It's a huge fucking problem, though.
Yeah, he still had to pay a huge deductible, and he also, like, the city offered to cover the deductible, but, like, legally, out of principle, he had to turn that down because he's like, if I accept the money, I can't sue them for everything else, and then, I don't know.
Also, it's going to take, like, months to get his life back to normal.
Yeah, it's not something, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, yeah, I got car insurance, so just, hit my car. Who cares? No,
it's a huge fucking inconvenience.
Yeah.
Anyways, funeral in Germany ends on a high as hash cake accidentally served. They're just like us.
Yeah.
Giving out free drug treats.
Yeah, I believe this exact thing happened in an episode of the excellent Irish TV show Dairy Girls. But in this case, it was like the baker. The baker had told her like teenage daughter, like, "I'm busy. You make this cake for this funeral they ordered." And the daughter had gone in, be like, well, I've got access to the bakery. Might as well, make a few cakes for myself. And just had put all of them in the same fridge. And then her mom came back. It's like, all right, time to deliver that funeral cake. And boo, okay, there it is. And here you go, grieving family.
Yeah.
Normal cake. Yeah, real unfortunate situation. Straight out of a sitcom, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like...
Did the mourners have fun?
No. It sounded like they were very worried about the sudden, like, rapid heartbeat and... disorientation they were feeling.
Yeah.
Sounds like it kind of ruined their big day.
Their big day. All right.
Yeah. Next up, a Seattle man broke into an office building, ate $200 worth of chocolate, and collapsed in a sugar coma. We got him.
Yeah. When he woke up, his foot was rock solid. He had to drag it out, skin just falling off of it. Now the man has to shoot himself up with insulin all day long.
Yeah, got the sugar foot.
Yep. Bad case of sugar foots.
Yeah. I don't know what he was trying to steal, but like he fell asleep until security showed up the next morning for like the work day. And they said he woke up and he's like, "You'll never take me alive."
This is literally Simpsons did it, that German exchange student. "I regret nothing."
Yeah.
It's just chocolate all over his mouth.
Simpsons did do it.
Yeah. Man wearing "it's not a crime unless you get caught" shirt gets caught on security cam committing crime.
But he hasn't been caught. He was just caught on camera. So the shirt is actually still accurate.
Yeah, there you go.
And, it's been a couple days, still at large.
I would venture to say that it technically was still a crime, even though he didn't get caught.
Yeah, it is still a crime, hence why they're, investigating it.
Yeah. Damn it! He knows our one weakness.
Yeah.
If we don't catch him, technically he's done nothing wrong.
Oh, jeez.
What a loophole.
No crime has been committed.
Someone needs to fix this loophole.
Florida man jumps off surfboard, lands on a shark.
Did he wrestle it?
No, I think he like slipped off of it.
Yeah.
Everything I've read about like encounters with sharks by surfers, they say it's like getting hit by a car. They're just like,
yeah, they're thousands of pounds.
They're huge,
sometimes.
Heavy animals. Like just a shark like bopping you, like people get broken ribs from it and shit. It sounds like just a very awkward, painful thing that people.
Not just awkward, terrifying.
Yeah, also that too.
Yeah,
yeah, they're godless killing machines, just right there next to you.
Oh come on, Elliot, you're giving sharks a hard bargain here.
Don't kill them.
They're lovely animals that
the sea needs them.
The problem is they're just curious, but it's like a gorilla being curious.
Yeah,
it could rip your fucking head off.
Oh hello, whoop, got your face.
But in some cases, the gorilla's just trying to help. Rest in peace, Harambe.
Yeah. Cannabis retrieved from man's nose 18 years after he tried to smuggle it into prison.
Did they at least let him keep it?
No, I think it had, by that point, it had like calcified into like a rock.
I bet he was getting a little bit high every once in a while as it seeped into his bloodstream.
I don't think so. So he had like stuck it up his nose before, turning himself into his prison sentence. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, yeah, it never came out. I couldn't find it, so I just figured I'd like swallowed it or something. Yeah. But then for the next, 18 years, he had like sinus infections all the time, and like no doctor was ever able to find it either. Like, I'm just, like, how big was this bag? Or how small was this bag?
Also, I'm sure that the prison doctors aren't doing a very good job. They're just like, here's some fucking antibiotics.
Right.
Yeah, here you go.
Take a salt tablet.
Well, did he turn into a genius afterwards, like Homer in The Simpsons when he took the crayon out?
No, it doesn't sound like it.
No one believed him when he said he hadn't been drinking. Then researchers found his body was producing alcohol. Doctors hate him.
Yeah.
Bartenders hate him.
It's literally called like Otto Brewer's syndrome or something like that.
It's like, isn't it like yeast in your stomach or something?
Yeah, so what happened is he had some illness a few years ago. He had to take a lot of antibiotics for it. And that, it fucked up his gut chemistry enough that, now all of a sudden, like any carbs that he ate were just literally...
fermenting?
Yeah, they were like at a brewery, they were turned into alcohol.
He must have been a very gassy person.
Yeah, he kept getting like breathalyzed by police, and they're like, "You are fucking wasted. You're like 4 times the legal limit. We gotta take you in." Yeah. And he's like, "What? I didn't even drink anything. No." But they figured out what it was.
You don't understand. My gut is a brewery. Yeah. Oh, okay, buddy. We've heard it many times before. Every excuse in the book.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Throw him in the drunk tank.
Do I look like an idiot?
Yeah. Does he get like a card or something now that he can show the police?
No, they fixed it.
Oh, they did?
They figured out that some antifungal drug took care of the issue somehow. Yeah. So he doesn't have it anymore.
It would be a lot better if he had a card like the Joker.
Yeah.
So he pulls over.
I'm always drunk.
I have a condition where my body produces alcohol. Sorry.
My body is constantly getting itself drunk.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
That's it for this week. Please watch the most recent episode of News Dump where we talked about HBO Max and just the increasingly confusing world we're on the verge of stepping into very soon. And also,
streaming wars have begun.
And a new episode of Tech News Day where, Mark Zuckerberg's still out there just fucking the world up.
Looking like a piece of dumb idiot trash in his stupid haircut that I hate so much and his dumb smile whenever he thinks something's funny, but
billionaire with a $5 haircut. Fuck you, Mark.
That's why I kept all my money. I didn't spend it on stupid things like haircuts.
Yes. I get out the bowl and I just slice along
do it
the
myself. All right, check out those videos and we'll see you next week for some more. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.